Hello and welcome to the next video of my CBLOL 2026 previews. We're covering Pain Gaming, one of the more notable organizations from Brazil. The representative from Brazil in 2024. Just a correction for the loud video. When I talked about where they had finished the last 3 years, that was inaccurate. And it's in the description of that video. I think it was first, fourth, or something like that. And I had it something else. But regardless, just a correction for that. I have this roster going into the season as third place. The last 3 years, it finished runner-up. Both splits in 2023, then 2024, runner-up, and then first. And then last year in the 3 splits, fifth, second, fifth. They've made a couple changes to the roster, especially in the solo lanes. They've allowed Weiser and Romer to leave. I'm not a big Romer, I don't even want to say fan, because I don't think that's fair. It's not that I'm not a fan of any player, but Romer just was not it. He was not it in the first place to really be in that spot. So Tinone's getting in there makes sense. Robo in top lane makes sense. But now this roster's average age is 26 years old. I had somebody in the comment section say something, and I forget what it was, but I just said this feels like a retirement home. A lot of experience on this team, to put it lightly. The solo lanes, though, I have combined in first place, statistically tied for first. Mid jungle duo tied for second. Bot lane duo tied for first. That's why they're third overall. Just 1 second. Yeah, so they're tied because literally Furia, Pain, and Vivo Keyed Stars are neck and neck, essentially, at the top of CBLOL. And then after that, there's a clear drop-off in play. So that's the deal. Robo in top lane, 27 years old. Competitive internationally at his peak. Last year, his stat line is kind of puzzling. We have a 2-1 KDA, which we do know he's a bit of an inter. 60 kill participation, 8.3 CS per minute. But a 1.41 damage divided by gold and a 1.3 share differential. That's very low. Not a lot of damage coming out of Robo, and you could say, well, he's playing this or that as a champion, and that's fine. It's very unique out of everybody right now going into 2026. I mean, a 1.41 is very low. And maybe it's because of high gold as well. Vision efficiency, solid, nearly 3. Up 405 gold, 200 XP. So he is getting leads in the early game. So that's very valid. Like, if you're getting leads in the early game, that's, I mean, working from ahead is always a great thing. 2 solo kills every 5 games. 1 new champion played every 3 games. I have him ranked second in the role. Rumble, Renekton, Jax, 44% of his games played. In the jungle, you have Kuroka, 25 years old, 4-3 KDA, 77 kill participation. It's pretty high. So he's the one making things happen for Pain in 2025, and I expect it to be the case in 2026 as well. 6.3 CS per minute, 118 ROI, negative 3.7 share differential. So, definitely. Kuroka has never been, like, at least since I started doing these videos, been a carry player. That's not what he is. He is more of a facilitator. He's going to play more tankier things. And when I say carry, I mean literally like damage carry, not necessarily. I guess you could carry with a Nautilus at support, but in damage, he's never really been that player over entirety of a split. Vision efficiency, 4.39, that's okay. Behind 100 gold on average of 15 minutes. 1 solo kill every 9 games, 1 new champion every 4 games. 4th in his role. Maokai, Skarner, and Vi. 35% of his games played, that's the best on the team. So, out of his champion pool, his 3 most played are only 1/3 of his games or so. Mid lane, Tinone's 28 years old. I have him ranked second in the role based on his numbers with Loud last season. I don't think he really needed to be replaced at the time. Taking a step back is fine. I do remember the rumors I mentioned in the Loud video that Robo and Tinones had a lot of um, sway with what that team did, especially with the coaching staff and the roster. And rumor has it that's why the team never got better. And that's something else I want to think about when I think about this team here. Loud's issues when Robo and Tinones were on that team and Root, to me, were mainly, well, Croc even too, I guess. So 4 of the 5 pretty much stayed the same. The support was what was changing. Um, that they didn't get better. They kept winning Brazil, they kept going international, and they kept just playing the same way and just slowly losing. Just lost. It just was like, oh well, this team doesn't. It hasn't changed what it's doing. The recipe wins Brazil, but it doesn't do anything internationally. And I feel like the last 2 years with Payne and VKS and even Furia, um, we've seen more competitive play out of Brazil internationally. And you could say, yeah, but they're still losing, but they feel different. The losses feel different. So this team, and I don't know if it's because it's an older team, and I see a couple players from Loud on it, but I do fear that if Payne wins, we end up in the situation we did a couple years ago with Loud, where we're going international and there's no hope at all for anything. There's no adaptation. There's no there's just no development there. The development happened years ago, and we are kind of at the peak of our performance and ability. So I mean, hopefully that's changed, but I get that Loud vibe from this team. So Tinones had a 3.7 KDA, 60 kill participation, so not very involved in what Loud did. I mean, hell, as much as his top laner, 8.6 CS per minute, 167 ROI, 5.3 share differential. So does have carry threat, can be the 1A carry for his team. 251 vision efficiency, 1 solo kill every 5 games, 2 new champions every 5 games. Azir Talia Ari, 45% of his games played. 80 carries Cheeton. I think Cheeton and Curry are still one of the best bot lanes in Brazil. I don't really worry about this bot lane as much when I just talked about, because they weren't part of that Loud team. They were part of the Payne team that made us think, Brazil had something to offer that was a little bit better than they had in the past. And I think Cheeton and Curry are part of that. So Cheeton, 4 KDA, 72 KP, 9.7 CS per minute. So competitive farm rate. And with a 1.72 ROI and a 4.1 share differential off of that competitive farm rate, that's good. I mean, the carry threat here, we have 9.7, 11, negative 9. So somebody's going to have to carry less in 2026 than they did for their team in 2025. I expect that to end up being Tinones, but or even a bit of Kuroka even. Vision efficiency solid, +3. We like that. Up 114 gold, 60 XP. 1 solo kill every 6 games. That's very aggressive for an 80 carry. 1 new champion every 4 games. I have Cheeton ranking first in the role. Misfortune, Corky, and Varus, 37% of his games played. Curry at 25 years old, I have him ranked 4th in the role. 3.3 KDA, 74 KP, so involved in nearly 3 out of every 4 kills. 0.83 ROI, middle of the road. It deals some damage sometimes, plays more facilitator other times. Share differentials is whatever. The vision needs to be better. 1.73 is not good. The ward placement has to be more efficient and better outright. Solo kills are whatever for a support. 1 new champion every 4 games. Alistar, Nico, Rakan, 45% of his champions played. 45% of the games played. So Zero, I've seen some places where Sarkis is listed as the head coach. I also see that on Leaguepedia. Zero is listed as the head coach. I will always hedge toward Leaguepedia. So if this is not accurate, you should probably be trying to make a claim to have the Leaguepedia edited. For the meantime, though, I'm going to go with Zero. So Zero is listed as the head coach on Leaguepedia. He has been the coach for 2020, 2024, and 2025 Pain Gaming. In that other window of time, he was not considered the head coach. In best of ones, he's 55-31 as a head coach in the regular season. 8-2 in best of threes, 1-2 in best of fives. In playoffs, 0-1 in best of threes, 9-5 in best of fives. Internationally, 0-2 in best of threes, no, 0-2 in best of ones, 2-1 in best of threes. Was the coach of Pain Gaming in 2024 when they did go to Worlds and get out of play-ins. So this team, like I said, is right up there with Furia and VKS. So I mean, any of them could get there, but there is definitely a different vibe if this one does win CBLOL. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.